What did I miss? It's just morning now.
Mom. Dad can make dishes special with Ladies' Choice, the #1 mayo with best quality ingredients. 100. Just perfect. Not a single source of energy left. Well, except for our little hostage, of course. For now, let's prepare the view for our precious guest. He's here. Seems like you were betrayed by your own allies. Such a solid trap. I don't mean to confuse you on the rules. Actions show everything. Clocks always prioritize themselves over others. And yet, you decided to trust them anyway. What did it cost? Your family. Your everything.
Did Tank Cameraman die? Let's watch an analysis.
Hello everyone, Elite Clockwoman here, and finally the 24th episode of the Skibidi Multiverse was released, and the events that happened there gave me goosebumps. And this is the most tragic episode in the entire history of the series, and it's very difficult for me to restrain my emotions. But today, we will analyze all the details that were in this episode, and I will also tell you what will happen next. The video will be crazy, so watch until the end. But before we get into all this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss New One's video. And here we go. And the episode begins with a crazy scene of how the Skibidi toilets captured the surviving drillmen and are killing them. And in this frame, we can see the Drillmen logo and the inscription Underground Herequarter. And this means all the Skibidi toilets and Alpha are now located at the Drillmen's base underground. But how did they open the passage there? And how did Alpha get there? It seems to me that she can also teleport anywhere. And the Skibidi toilets tortured the Drillmen. And they said how to open the secret entrance to this base. And this is an underground base of Drillmen. And I'm sure about this because in the secret scene that was in Season 5, we saw the base from the inside, and there is the same room as in the new episode, and the toilets killed all the surviving drillmen, and it's terrible, and I feel very sorry for them, but we can't do anything about it. But I noticed an important detail that here, we don't see the drill woman, but in a second, you will find out what happened to her, and they show us the Alpha, and she says that the plan went perfectly, and almost all the drillmen are dead, except for our little hostage, of course, and it seems to me that this hostage is a drill woman, and then she said, "For now, let's prepare the view for our precious guest. He's here." And this is a reference to the Drill Titan, of which we will see very soon.
Just perfect. Not a single source of energy left. Well, except for our little hostage, of course. For now, let's prepare
I hope
for our precious guest.
when this reaches up to episode 40, I wish Alpha
And we see how the
dead.
Drill Titan makes his way through the ground to his base,
'Cause I
and then
just
something
feel
crazy
sorry for
happens. And
the
we hear the
Titan
voice
Drill
of the Alpha,
Man.
and the Drill Titan also hears her. And this is some kind of madness. And first look for yourself, and then I will explain everything to you.
I wish Alpha died. I wish when we just saw Alpha that she already died. The Titan Drill Man never had to suffer.
I don't mean to confuse you by words. Actions show everything.
And she says that now he will look at everything for himself. And then we see the Drillman base has been completely destroyed, and there is nothing left of it. And then she says clocks always prioritize themselves over others, and for some reason, the Drillman still trusted them.
Clocks always prioritize themselves over others. And yet, you decided
Don't
to
believe
trust
in Titan Drill Man.
And with these
She's
words, she
lying.
confuses him
She's a
and
big
tries to
fat
lure him to the
liar.
side of the toilets. Or rather, so that he would fight against the Alliance. And I already talked about this in my previous videos, that this could happen. That she would try to start a war within the Alliance. And so it has happened. But the strangest thing is that the Alpha can somehow get into someone else's head. Since here we saw that she sets up a Drill Titan against his allies. And I already said that it's possible that she's some kind of witch, because it's witches in games and movies can get into other people's heads. And if you think about everything she said, then she is partly right. And I also think that the clock race puts itself more in priority than other races. But in fact, it was the Alpha who set up this situation. And it was her hackers who ordered to protect the Clockman base. And then they blocked all the devices so that the Drillman could not call for reinforcements. And it was she who was to blame for the destruction of the drill race, and I hope that she will soon pay for it. But so far, everything is going according to
She
her
will
plan,
pay.
and we see that the bodies of
By dying.
You trusted in our first sleep problems.
Alpha will pay for
Kyotaro is a virgin and
her
creepy.
sins.
and we see that the bodies of the drillmen are hanging on spikes. And this is the barbarism that also happens in old movies. But one drill man turned out to be alive, and he is trying to say something to the Drill Titan. And at the same time, we hear the voice of the Alpha. And she says that the Drill Titan paid everything he had to protect the Clockmen. Even sacrificed his family.
What did it cost? Your family. Your everything.
And we see that the squad that was at the end of episode 23 was destroyed, and only the drill woman remained alive, who is now a hostage. And then we see a heartbreaking moment, as the drill man reaches out his hand to the Drill Titan, and it turns out that it was the finger of the Drill Titan on the exclusive leaked frame. But this drill man died. And the music is here just heartbreaking. And the series is now becoming more like a movie, and it's incredible. And then, the Drill Titan takes out his weapon and leans on it, as warriors did before, to honor the memory of their fallen brothers. But the cameraman Titan just now arrived, and at the same time, the witch whispers to Drill Titan, thereby forcing Drill Titan to attack his friend. And Drill Titan delivers a powerful blow to Cameraman, which knocks him down. And Cameraman asks him to stop, and that they are not enemies. But the witch is too strong, and she has already set up Drill Titan to destroy the entire alliance. And Drill Titan does not stop. And Cameraman tried turns on his shield, but he didn't have time. And the Drill Titan stepped on his hand so hard that the blue glow disappeared on his hand. And then he took the Cameraman by the neck, and it seemed that this was the end for him. And the Drill Titan opened his mouth and wanted to bite off the cameraman's head. But the episode ended at that moment. And it was the craziest and most tragic episode in the entire history.
I wish Alpha
And you notice
died.
that every new episode
Anyways,
from the
that's the end
Dom
of this
studio becomes
video.
very special. And the quality of the plot
Like
and
if you
animation
want
improves all the time.
Alpha to die.
But we have
and
questions that need to be answered.
and
And
comment
probably
if you
everyone
want to
became
tell me.
interested in what